Okay, I wanted to do a quick video to show you how to make a scatter plot on a TI-83 calculator. So the TI-83 calculators, pretty much they all work the same way. The first thing, of course, you're going to want to do if you're going to make a scatter plot is you're going to insert your data, and to do that you're going to go into the statistics menu. Whoops, quit out of here. And I'm going to go to the stat menu, so if I just hit stat, that opens up my stat menu. And I'm going to edit data, so the first option there. You can see I already have some data in my calculator, and this is actually the data that I'm going to use right now. But if you don't have data in your calculator, then you need to type it in. I personally always put my independent data in list 1, so this is my x coordinates, and my dependent data in list 2, so that these are my y coordinates. That just helps me remember where the data is. You don't have to do that, but you do need to remember where it is that you've typed your data. If there's already data here that you need to clear out, then a quick reminder on how you clear data. Use your right and left arrows to get to the list that you're going to work with. Go up and highlight the name of the list that you want to clear, and then push enter, clear, enter, and that wipes the data out. Be careful that you don't do something else, because you might clear out the whole, you might just delete the whole list, and we don't want that. So to clear the data, enter, clear, enter, that clears the data, and then you can type in the information that you need. So these were the data points that I was going to use, so I typed that in, and now my data has been entered. The next thing that I personally do is I set up my viewing window. So I can see for my X data, for my independent data, I need a viewing window that shows from 2 to 5. I like to leave a little bit of room on both ends. And I also find it very nice if you can see the y-axis. It's not required, but it's nice. So I'm going to choose X values for my viewing window that go from 0 to 6. That gives me a little room, and it makes it so I can see the y-axis. Similarly, for my dependent data, I need to be able to see from 12 to 30. I like to have a little bit of extra room, so I'm going to go out to like 35 or 40. I also would like to be able to see the x-axis, so I'm going to start at 0. In this case, I can. That's convenient. If it's not convenient, then that's not a requirement, but it's nice. Okay, so I push the window button, and then that data, or the viewing window I've already got typed in here. 0 to 6, 0 to 35, those are all set. If there were different numbers, obviously you would change them. The X scale and the Y scale, those two things determine how often it puts a tick mark on the axes. So personally, what I do is whatever this range is, so this range is a range of 6, I take about 10% of that. So about 10% of 6 is 0.5. Whoops, put it in the wrong spot. My max is 6, tick marks every 0.5. So this is on my x-axis, what it's going to do is going to put a tick mark at a half, and then 1, and then 1.5, and then 2, and then 2.5. So it's going to put a tick mark every 1/2 unit. For this axis, about 10%. So yeah, 3 works for me. I'm going to put a tick mark every 3 units. That's about 10% of this range. So it's going to put a tick mark at 3, 6, 9, 12, etc., etc. Next thing I want to do is actually set up my stat plot. Okay, so to make a plot, I'm going to put second y equals, that takes me to the stat plot menu. So second y equals. And then here what I can do is choose a couple different plots. It doesn't matter what one you choose. I'm going to choose number 1. And I'm going to make a scatter plot, which actually this calculator is already set up for. So the first thing you want to do is turn it on. You might need to go right or left to turn it on. Push enter to get whatever it is you want. If it was turned off, it would look like this. The box would be around off. I want it on. So there, that's pretty straightforward. Then the down arrow takes me to what kind of graph I'm going to make, and the right and left arrows cycle through the graphs. So I want a scatter plot, so push enter. That's got a box around the scatter plot now. And then here's where I had to remember my lists. So I chose to use list 1, list 2 for my independent and dependent data. If you chose different lists, then you would have to type that in right here. So the way you would type that in, let's just say, for example, I put my data in list 5. I would type second 5, and now you can see it says list 5. But I actually want list 1. So second 1, oops, that's what I want. There we go. List 1, and list 2 is where I put my data. The last thing is the mark, and this is completely personal preference, whatever mark you want. Personally, I don't like to use points because I think they're hard to see. They get lost in the graph, especially if you have multiple things going on. So I usually choose one of those two things. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I'll just use the box because that's where it's already at. And now if I hit graph, oh, I had a graph turned on. So let me go to my Y equals menu. I'm going to clear that graph off. I don't need that there, so just delete that. Now I push graph, and there's my viewing windows already set up. There's my 3 data points. My axis here is going by a half. My axis here is going by 3, so if I hit trace, I can get those coordinates just like normal. And that's my scatter plot. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.